Okay, present my screen, get the warm-up up. Alrighty. Warm-up for today is 4 questions. Number 1, solve for R. So you're solving a one-step equation. R minus 78 equals 48. Well, it's already subtracting, so how would you get rid of it? Number 2, you are dividing. 2 divided by 1/3. Number 3, how much of the circle is shaded green? You're going to write that as a fraction first, and then change it to a decimal and a percent. And number 4 is kind of the inequalities that we have been working on. Write an inequality and 4 possible solutions to this situation. You have no more than $15 to spend at the carnival. So write your inequality first and then tell me 4 solutions to how much you can spend at the carnival. I'm going to give you guys 7 minutes to work on these. Go for it. You're solving the one-step equation, yeah. What? Yeah, I know. Yes, I know she's here because I heard you talking instead of doing the warm-up like I've asked of you. Well, you already have your percentage. Okay. Get rid of your percentage. What are your decimals? Well, in a percent, like you have a whole number, the whole number, so you go forward down. And then you change your percent to decimal, so that it comes in. Okay, about 1 more minute. I'm gonna check my attendance real quick and then we'll. Number what?
Number 3 is like one of the business parts to make it decimal.
I don't think it should repeat. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and review these. We got 4 to do really quick. So, can we see all this? All good? Okay. Number 1, we are solving our one-step equation. R minus 78 equals 48. We need to solve for R. Who wants to tell me my first step here? Taylor? Okay, we need to first split our equation down the equal sign so that we have our 2 sides of our equation. Then what? What's our next step? Marty? Good, do the opposite. So we're trying to get our variable, R, all alone. So we have to do the opposite of subtracting 78, which is what? Adding how many? 78. Am I done?
No, that's after.
Good. If we add it to one side, we have to add it to the other side as well. It's like a balance. It's like a scale. You have to keep them balanced so that it's correct. Just balance them. What happens with negative 78 plus 78? It becomes 0 and cancels out. So what am I left with on this side of my equation? Just the R. Then we can do our addition. What's 8 plus 8? 16. Carry 1. 1 plus 4 plus 7 is 12. And what do I drop down in between? Equals. So R equals 126. Ooh. If I were to plug it back in and say 126 minus 78 equals 48, and you solved it, would this be true? We can check it. 126, 78, 4. That's not a 4. Thank you. I was like, where did I go wrong? So did it work out? Yeah. Whoa, something just hit the wall back there hard. I felt it. Like through the wall.
It was probably down.
I mean, yeah, but I don't know what. Oh, well. I think it's the beanbags.
Yeah.
I feel like a kid just flung himself on the beanbags. Okay. Number Number 2, we have 2 divided by 1/3. Before I do this, what do I have to do with this 2?
That's a big deal.
Make it a fraction. How do I do that?
Let's put a 1 under it.
Good. Put a 1 underneath it. So now we have 2 over 1 divided by 1/3. We have 2 fractions. How do I divide this? Keep 2 over 1 the same. What do I change division to become? Multiply. And what does 1/3 flip to? 3 over 1. Someone tell me my next step. 2. Multiply. Straight across. What is 2 times 3? 6. And 1 times 1. 1. You can simplify this a little bit. 6 over 1 can simplify to what? Not 1. Not 2. Don't think it's 6. Just like we did up here, 2 can become 2 over 1. So why can't we go the opposite way and say 6 over 1 equals 6? This is a whole number. You can just get rid of the 1 underneath it. Because if you were to do the math, 6 divided by 1, because it's an improper fraction, how many times does 1 go into 6? 6. And you're left with just 6. So, there's that one. Dividing some fractions.
Okay.
Let's look at some fractions, decimals, and percents. I am pretty certain that next week you're going to take another test on how to convert between these. So pay attention on how to do these ones. First, let's start with our fraction. We need to do the fraction of colored ones to the total number of triangles. So how many are shaded in?
2,
2. Out of how many total?
3,
Oh, how many total?
5.
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So our fraction is 2/5. How do I take a fraction, change it to a decimal? Good. So take the top number, put it inside your hat, and divide it by the bottom. So numerator divided by denominator. But I can't do that. Good. We need to add some stuff here. You can add a decimal and a 0 before you divide. If I added a decimal, what do I do? Bring it straight up. Good. Now, does 5 go into 20?
Yeah.
How many times?
4.
4. Good. So our decimal is 4/10. Then we can take our decimal, change it to a percent. Someone raise their hand and tell me how to do that, or online. Anybody got any ideas? We'll give online a second to see if they remember. He'll try calling you guys. All right. Roger, go ahead. Okay, we need to take our decimal, move it to the right twice. But I did that and there's a blank spot. Good. Add your placeholder 0. So our percent is 40%. Good. Okay, last one. This is what we're talking about this week. We need to write an inequality that represents this situation. You go to a carnival and you can spend no more than $15. You got a $10 bill and a $5 bill. How do I write that as an inequality? Yeah?
Less than or more than 15.
You can't do both though. Less than.
Or
Okay, that's even. So we have whatever amount of money you spend needs to be less than or equal to $15. Can I spend more than $15? Nope, not at all. So let's list some solutions here. How much money can I spend? $13. Okay, what else? Okay, but in the situation, you have $15 to spend. Can I spend -5? No, not really. We can spend exactly all $15. Good. We can spend $2. We can spend $14.99. Can I spend $15.02? Nope, don't have 2 cents. 15 and 75 cents? Oh, I thought you said 15. Yeah, anything that's from $0 to $15 you can spend. Any combination of numbers, okay? So, cool. All right, there's our warm up. We're gonna do a quick, what's it called? Matching. We're going to do a little bit of matching really quick. Matching. It's an activity. I think it's posted on Google Classroom. We need to go check to see if it's there or not yet. It is there? Good. So I'm going to present my screen. And I'd like everybody to go log in and get that assignment pulled up. It is called. It is called Inequality Matchup. Okay, it's just one set of Google Slides. So let's go ahead and get that open, please. No, we have to move them to the correct spots. No, they should not be. If they are, that's too easy.
Are they? Yes.
No, they are not in order.
Why could you want it to be hard? Me? Yeah.
No, because I read the first one and it's not the first one. So I'm going to give you about 1 minute. Let's go ahead and pull this open. This is the activity we're doing today. We'll do a quizzes after, and then you guys will have time to work on the independent practice for the day.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. Are you ready? I'm gonna zoom in. If I zoom in at 100, it's a little bit too far. Yeah, we'll do that for now. So I'm gonna do 50 and then just zoom in up here a little bit. All right. True, but that's all right. So what we need to do is drag the puzzle pieces with the inequalities and the solutions to the correct place. So we're going to read the word problem, figure out if we are adding, subtracting, multiplying to get our answers. We will solve it and put the correct answer on there.
Could we put like the equations on there first and then we figure out the equations?
Yeah, let's do that. We will put the equations on there and I will have you guys put the correct solutions on the puzzle and turn it in and I can check it. So let's start with number 1, or the top one. There's no numbers. It says Jane has $100 to spend on her presents for her 25 friends. That's a lot of friends. Yeah, that's a lot of friends. Cause me. Yeah. Anyway, how much will she spend? They forgot a word there. On each friend if she splits her money evenly. So she has 25 friends to buy presents for and only $100. So she's going to split it evenly between her friends. We need to look at them. So we have x plus 25 is greater than 100. So let's think about the inequality first. Can she spend more than $100? No. So can we use the greater than symbol? No. So number 1, the first top one and the second one are out because those are greater than. So we need to look at the other two that say less than or equal to. Can she spend exactly $100? Yeah, so both of them are less than or equal to. So we have to decide if it's 25 times x, and x is the number of friends, or if it's x plus 25.
It's 25 times x.
Why do you say it's 25 times x? Good. Good. So she needs to, Alex, do not ask which one that is. Scroll down and read the problems. She needs to split her money between 25 friends. So we need to do the division, which means that we need to find the one that's multiplying. Basically, you find the opposite. And we need to move that one up there. So it is 25x is less than or equal to 100. Try and move that up there. Get it on there as nice as you can. Boom. There we go. Good. Because I am amazing, Yoshi.
No.
I mean, you can work ahead and see if you get them right. If you'd like to.
No.
Okay, our next one says Mateo started with more than 100 boxes of cookies to sell. He sold 25 boxes. After selling 25 boxes, how many more boxes can he sell to sell them all? So if he started with more than 100 boxes, what does that mean?
If you start selling, he has 125 boxes and you can't start with one because you only have 125.
Well, he has somewhere over 100. We don't know if it's exactly 125. We just know that it's more than. So if we need an inequality symbol for more than, what will I use? Greater than, less than, greater than, equal to, or greater than. Good. We need to use a greater than. So that means it's one of these top two. These both say greater than. Which one do you guys think it might be? If he sells 25 boxes,
I think it's the first one.
well, selling means that he's giving them away, right?
I think it's the second one.
I don't know. What do you guys think?
Second one. First one.
Miss Daphne, what do you think?
I just want cookies.
I know, I just want cookies now too.
It's the second one.
Well, he starts off with some amount of,
Some cookies.
and then he sells them.
Sells them. I guess it's the second one.
Mm-hmm.
If I were to switch it though, if he had some cookies, how would I make it into the first one? What circumstance would he be adding anything?
I'm confused.
Okay, so like, if you have 100 boxes of cookies, or you have more than 100 boxes of cookies that you're supposed to sell, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh, here's some more cookies that you have to sell. Here's more boxes of cookies. Then you would be adding more to what you already have. But because they gave him more than 100 and he's selling them, he's getting rid of them. What? Yeah.
The answer is the second one. When you go down and read the other ones, the second one makes sense. So, yeah, it's an interesting way to word it, but he starts off with some amount of cookies, boxes of cookies. That's our X. We don't know. He's going to sell 25 boxes, and however much he sells still needs to be greater than the 100 boxes. He somewhere over 100. It doesn't, yeah. We don't know for sure how much he starts with. We just know that it's more. This one won't go on very nicely. Oh well. Oh, not at that one apparently. Okay. Our next one. Amy would like to spend at most $100 on lunches for the month. What does at most mean? Can you spend?
100 or less?
Good. Can I spend more than 100?
No.
No. You want to spend $100 or less. After the first day, Amy has spent $25. So she already spent $25 out of 100 for the whole month. That's probably not very good budgeting, but that's okay. It's Amy's choice. At most, how much money can Amy still spend? So we know that we're looking for what inequality sign on this? Greater than or less than or equal to? This one's less than or equal to, so that leaves us with this one, but let's talk about the equation. Amy she starts off with $100, right? She spends 25, so there's that 25 that you get rid of, and then we need to know how much she'll have left, this X. So the amount of money she has left plus $25 needs to be less than or equal to 100 so that she doesn't go over her budget. So that would be our last one right there, our middle one, third one. And then obviously there's only one left, so that one's going to go there, but we're going to talk through it. So let's move our last one down there and then read through our problem. Okay. This one says that Dina needs to keep at least $25 in her bank account. They switch pronouns in this. Anyway, she bought shoes for $100. How much money did Dina need to have in her bank account before buying the shoes to stay above the limit? I know.
they're really expensive.
Those are expensive shoes. So some amount of money that is spent plus the $25 that she has in her bank account is more than $100, right? So there's your, what are they called? Inequalities. Your guys' goal right now is to take maybe 5 minutes. I'd say 5 minutes would be enough time to match up the correct solutions to those, please. That's all right. If you finish it up, you can get it turned in. But make sure you match them up, get it turned in, and then sit tight. We will play quizzes in about 5 minutes. Okay? So solve those first.
Okay, so that's just kind of like the background. But then, what happens in
And so once you finish this up, get it turned in, but don't leave because we're going to do a quiz. Yes, when you finish up matching it, you may turn them in and then just sit tight for quizzes. Okay, about 2 more minutes. And then we will go over to quizzes. I'm going to get it pulled up while you guys are working. Yep, go quickly, please. Alex, are you finishing this up? Okay.
The best quizzes that I did was the movie trivia.
I knew all my movies.
Frozen one was they gave you the answer to Frozen. And that's just that. No. My worst one was the best, what's the random trivia? I got 10%. I know it's Michelle, what a polynomial.
High school level math.
What's that equation? Better go ask the other.
Okay, about 1 more minute.
Oh, what type of equation is it?
Alrighty. Hopefully you guys have had the time and have matched those up. If not, just leave it open in a different tab so that you can finish it after you do the quizzes. But let's have everybody go ahead and open up quizzes in a separate tab. And here's the game code for that. Okay, I'll give you a couple minutes to log into this one. Please use your first name, last initial, keep it appropriate, and get logged in. I don't know.
Penguin Olivia.
Why does it matter who's first?
It was me. Daniel, you were like third. Like 8 out. How many should there be in the Daniel, you were the first one. That's just on yours. Not on everybody.
All right, so I should get about 19 of you guys in this game, please. So let's go ahead and get logged in. I'll give you a couple minutes.
Yeah.
That's Dallin's name backwards.
Wait, really? Oh, yeah, it is. No, it would be. Owl. What about yours, Elijah? No. What about yours, Elijah? What's your name backwards? Yeah. Say that backwards. Now what's your name backwards? Elijah would be Dodgy.
Okay, couple more people.
I want to look at my name spelled backwards. My name spelled backwards is spelled. Oh yeah, that is it. My name backwards is spelled.
There it is.
Nice. Okay, about 1 more minute. Focus up here for a second while you guys are getting logged in. This one is only 10 questions, and you are writing the inequality that matches the situation. So just like we wrote x is greater than or equal, or sorry, less than or equal to $15, it's going to be the same type of thing. It's going to give you a situation of like you can spend no less than $18, and you got to choose the correct inequality that matches it. So it's going to give you words. You need to choose the correct inequality that matches those words. Any questions? Probably not. Sorry. So there's 10 problems, very similar to like number 4 on your warm-up. So we're going to go ahead and get going in 3, 2, it might be loud for those of you online. 1. Oh, good timing. Here we go. I think so. All right. How are we doing? All right, we're gonna do about 1 more minute, and then I don't want to. Probably an online person. Yeah, good. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and end it here just so we can have some time to work on other things. So our winners. Juliana got third, whoever that is got second, and Madi got first. All right. So, I don't think it would have popped up if anybody mastered it. It would have said.
Yeah, but it doesn't show it because I'm not people.
Yeah.
Like, my accuracy was horrible.
But yeah, we'll get better at that. We're gonna work on inequalities next week as well. So, like I talked about, this thing needs to be completed. So make sure you match these up and get it turned in. While we were playing quizzes, your independent practice posted. It is, I think it's like 15 questions or so about inequalities. Read them carefully. If this quiz proves anything, it means that you need to read slowly, consider what it's asking of you. If it says at least this much money, you need to make sure you realize, okay, I need to spend more than that much. So, no, it's different as the quiz is. Yeah, so go ahead and start this Google form, please. Take your time. That is a graded independent practice. Those of you online, I'm not going to make you guys stay for it. Just